live from Shotgun's bench. Hey, what's up, fellas? Daryl, John, Mr. Tucci, Fox and Wolves. How you doing, guys and gals? Yeah, you're right, John. It is pretty quiet. I was looking at it on my phone to see if anybody was in here yet, and I saw nobody. I was like, well, maybe nobody wants to talk to me tonight. It's all right. I'll just talk to myself, and you can come back and look at it later. Hey, Robert, how you doing, man? So I think this is all tonight. Hey, Hub, what's happening? Um, I think this is all your fault tonight, there, Robert. Um, you, I think it was you that made this suggestion for tonight. So yeah, pretty sure it was you, anyways. You said something on the Facebook page about learning to do the decals, so I took your word. Hey, David, how's it going? You guys enjoying your Saturday? It's almost over, isn't it? Midday there, maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon, according to my Aussie clock. So, hope everybody had a good week. Hey, there's Tad. How's it going, Tad? Ready to start the weekend, I'm sure. Yep. Totally ready to start the weekend. Ugh. Get my stuff over here moved around. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. your time, Hub. I think I have my Aussie clock set to Husey time. I think he's an hour ahead of you guys. Hey, Ernest. How's it going, man? Is Colt with you tonight? You guys are going to do a live stream later, aren't you? If Colt's there, beer o'clock. All right, David. There you go. So beer o'clock. You're gonna work on your track. Is that the plan? But hey, Rod. Man, we've got the whole Aussie contingent here tonight. Awesome, man. So do we have? Is Colt there tonight? If he is, this is for him. There you go, Colt. If you guys are going to do your live stream later, I think I saw you had one scheduled. You're going to run cars tonight. If you are, I'll be there to see you guys running the cars. I'll check you out. I try not to miss it. But Harry just texted me saying he's sorry he's missing it. Him and General My Way are out for dinner right now. So, you guys think it's a good to do this decal thing tonight? I'll show you guys how to put some decals on the tires. Hey there, Rob. How's it going? Oh, tomorrow night. Okay, well that works too, Ernest. I'll be there. I'm gonna watch you guys race your cars, man. Yes, happy Friday night, Bill. Absolutely, happy Friday night. Cool. Well, right on then. You know, I showed. I I finished up another one of my trucks and posted it on the Facebook groups and also on the board. And I believe it was Robert that said, "Hey, how do you do those decals, or how do you put the white letters on your tires? That would make a good topic for our Friday nights." And I thought about that this week, and I thought that's a great idea. So I will. That's what we're gonna do. So I'll show you. I got to. I'll bring the camera down here. I've had enough with the introductionary stuff here. Let's get you down here and get busy with it. So this was the truck that I showed, and Robert was talking about my decals on the tires. On all these NASCAR-ish sort of vehicles, I like to put the tires. It just looks right to me. Hey, GST Racing, what's up, man? So that's what I did. I use these decals. These particular decals is these are from Mark Thomas. And I know some of you may not know Mark Thomas, but um, he makes a lot of really cool stuff for his own use. He doesn't really, it's not he doesn't offer it for sale or anything like that. But I did him a favor on some stuff, and yes, you are Tad. You are a Hoosier. I did some stuff for Mark, so and then I asked him if he could. He makes decals and really good ones. He has a uh, what do you call it, printer? Damn it, why is my brain not working? Uh, a printer that prints white. My God, I can't. My brain's not working. So um, he he prints out his own decals. So I got some of his. And these are Mark's. I know, guys, washed out as all hell. But these are Mark's decals. There's McCreary, Goodyear, Eagle, McCreary, Goodyear, Eagle, Hoosiers, Firestones. There's quite a few different ones, and these are scaled for 132. You know what, David? I have a rubber stamp. I made one, and in fact, I'll show you one of my tires that I did. Uh, Husey put me onto that. He asked me, he's like, man, you need to make a stamp. And I thought, this will be a great idea. I have yet to perfect it. I've got it pretty close, but uh, there's one of mine, and it's probably not going to focus. There it goes. So it's not too bad. I scoured around. I found some what I thought was decent ink, and I tried it. And if you're super careful, it comes out pretty good like this, but it still isn't perfect. It's not very bright. So I got to keep working on it. Yeah, Tad, that's where I'm going next here. As a matter of fact, here I was ready for it. Let's put it up here. If you're looking for tire decals, these are from Gopher. Um, you can get them right there at Model Roundup. These are 125th scale. They don't make any 132 ones. I've not found any yet. But the good thing is, and I know you can't see it, but there are some small ones, and I believe they're made for the fenders on the cars. That they do work on 132 scale tires. So um, you can use those, and I've done that sometimes. But now that I've got mine over here, now I will say this: with George making all the new decals, he and I have talked, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna make up sheets of 132 scale tire decals. Talk to George about getting that done because I think it's just as important as livery because some of these cars, they just don't look finished without those letters on the tires. So, but anyways, so that's where we're at. So for now, if you use the Gophers, which is what these are, I'm just doing a 124 scale wheel because it's bigger, so you guys can see what I'm doing. Um, but the 132 ones, we're gonna make those. We absolutely have to just to support everybody. So the good thing about Gophers is you don't have to cut them too close because obviously they slide right off. So I just kind of do it for my own to make it easier to work. Um, so here, you guys got that down here. I'm gonna take that off the screen real quick. So, anyways, Model Roundup, and then just search up Gopher Racing decals, and Gopher is spelled with an F, not a PH. So then you can find them there. So So these are some of the things you'll need. Obviously you're going to need water, and this is how I do it. I put a paper towel in a bowl, and I get it just wet wet enough to where it's not a puddle, but it's really super wet. And then I use tweezers for manhandling this stuff, and you just put it on the paper towel and let it sit there and soak. So there it is. God, man, this thing is, I can't believe how washed out this is. There it is right there. It's soaking in the water. Some other things you're going to need, Q-tips, cotton buds, whatever you call them. Yeah, Tad, the toothpick method works great too. Absolutely. And nothing wrong with it. Um, I can even show you that if you want. But um, the decals are, to me, that's the best. Other than if we get us a stamp, that would be fantastic. But so you're going to need some Q-tips, and you're going to need a paper towel. And I just cut a piece off, a little corner, because you just need it to blot with. So I just take a little piece off of this paper towel, and I usually try to cut it so it's not all fuzzy. Hey, good evening, Joe. So there we go. So I usually take that, and then I usually fold it in half so it's a double thickness of a towel. Absorbs water a little bit better. So we're soaking our decal there, and it's getting ready. Now I know a lot of guys use the decal setting solutions and things like that, and I do sometimes. I found on the tires it doesn't really matter because I'll be honest with you, these decals aren't gonna stick to your tire. They're gonna last, as long as they last, making laps, and they start to wear. Like, let me see here. Where's one of them that I've used a lot? Oh, yeah, like right here. Like you can see here on the Dodge, it's already worn half of it off just from running it, and that's going to happen. There's no avoiding it. But at least it looks good for your pictures, and it does look good for a while. So that's the important thing. So anyhow, it's been soaking here for a minute or two. Let's see if it's moving around on the paper. Yep, it's moving around just fine. As soon as the decal starts moving around on the paper, it's ready. If you leave it in there too long, you're going to wash away most of the adhesive. So once it's ready to move, once it's moving, do it. Floor sign. Yep. I use a slightly different method, Tad, and I'm going to show you that here in a minute. So what I'll do is I'll take a Q-tip, I'll get it wet, and I will wet the sidewall of the tire just because that gives you a little extra time to slide the decal around. And now that the decal is ready, I can take it off of here. And here we go. Get it out of the water. Come on. This is why I use the tweezers. So there it is. It's out of the water. And I'm going to put it right on that wet spot on the tire and slide it off. And these tire decals are delicate. So you gotta be, paying attention. So there it is. So now I use a toothpick to move the decal into position. And that actually looks pretty good right there. Hey Marty, happy Friday, brother. So there you go. So there it is in place, but it's far from ready now. So now I will take a dry cotton bud, Q-tip, again, whatever your nomenclature is, and then you roll it. You can't slide it, you'll move it right off. So as you roll it between your fingers. See, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but that's what I do. I roll it. You just roll it across there like a rolling pin, and that will squeegee the water out from under it. There we go. A lot of water came out. You can't believe how much water is under a tiny little decal. So you squeegee it as many times as you have to get as much of the water out as you need to. Hey Shady Dave, what's happening, man? So that's That's looking pretty good right there. And then I will take my little paper towel and I will use that to blot. That will set it into place. Yeah, see, it even moved a little bit. It will still move around and it won't stay. So there it is. Yep. And like I said, these things are fragile, man. So ideally, now I let these things sit overnight just to let all of the water get out of them, let them totally dry, and then we move on to the last, what I call the last and final step. So now let's just say we've got our decal on, we've got all the water out of it, we've let it soak overnight, and now it's ready to finish. Now, as Tad says, you can use floor shine or whatever, you know. Floor shine works good. I have some. I just don't use it because it doesn't stay forever. So here's what I do. I add a little super glue. I just get a little super glue out and get it onto a piece of paper so you can dispense it with your toothpick. And now I get a little super glue on my toothpick, starting in the middle, and I just wipe it on. Just wipe it over the tire, over the decal. Make sure that it doesn't get on the tread of the tire, but right over the top of the decal on the sidewall. And that's pretty much it. There you go. Now, once that super glue sets up, it's, you know, it's going to protect it for quite a while. And there you have it. That's how I do my decals. Hey, so fast, what's happening, man? So yeah, so there you go. I mean, that's it. Show's over. I showed you how to do it. Yeah, we made it 18 whole minutes. No. But yeah, no, that's it, guys. I mean, simple as can be. There's no mystery behind it. And that'll be protected for quite a while. You know, I run the hell out of my trucks over there. I run them just about every day. And, well, there you go, KR. That's good, man. I'm glad. Learn something new. That's the whole point, right? Learn something new every day. But yeah, so that's it right there. You got a decal. You got Goodyear tires for your race car now. So that's that. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, glad you like it, Joe. Like I said, we're gonna start producing these decals in 132 scale. Now that George has the white printer, that will make things a lot better. So we have them for 132 because it's really hard to find them in 132 scale. So um, we shall make that happen. But like even mine, like even on the truck here, I've been running this thing a lot. They're they're starting to wear a little bit. So you know, but it does protect them for a while, anyways. Hey, no worries, Jay. Thanks for being here. Hopefully, it was helpful. But that's where we're at as far as this goes. Very easy. Maybe now that it's out there, now it'll help somebody that can come back and rewatch this, and it'll help everybody get their decals on. Yeah, no worries, no worries, Robert. Yes, we are. Like I said, I think George has been putting some decals in the kits when he sends them out. He's doing all the contingency stuff. He was supposed to send me an envelope. I haven't got it yet, but the contingency stuff is the contingency stuff and these decals for the tires. Those are really really hard to get. Hey, what's happening, Eric? Um, You can pull a livery out of just about any decal sheet, unless you're trying to do a specific livery, of course. But for fantasy liveries, go for decals and Slicks decals. They got tons and tons of 124 scale now. But all the numbers on all my trucks, these are all these are all from 124 scale sheets. Now, of course, the shell I made and the rest of them I made, but I mean the numbers themselves are off of 124 scale decal sheets because there really aren't any available until now. George is starting to make some, but yeah, okay, good, Tad. Yeah, I knew he was going to put contingency decals in them, so I've been using them. Let's see, where's oh well, yeah, my Chevy. These are all the contingency decals that George has been coming up with. All these, and they work. I mean, I know they're over kind of over white, but they work over dark colors too. I didn't paint this truck white just because I wanted the decals to show up as I wanted to recreate an actual paint job on an actual '59 Chevy. So, but yeah, so yeah, you can. They do work. These decals, these are from a 148 scale or 124 scale uh, sheet. Hey, Brad, what's happening, man? So yeah, so there you go. Tire decals. That was easy. I wish all tutorials could be that easy. But yeah, that's dry already. Oh, I suppose we could, Joe. Yeah, I mean that's a great idea. I know that there's some. Is it Michelin that has the emblem that's got like blue and yellow and all that stuff in it? I can't remember. But yeah, that would be a good one to make as well. You're absolutely right. So there you go. A little decal action. But like I said, look at it. It's on there. It's not coming off. Hey, thanks, Rod. Yeah, those trucks. The trucks. In fact, you know what? Since you're here, I'll show you the newest one. I've been working getting this one done. It's the '66 Ford. That's the next. That's the newest one. It's just sitting. It's just sitting here all together. I mean, it's ready to go pretty much, but it's just sitting here. But yeah, so that's it. '66 Ford. I like it. I love this body style. So hey, slot car bro, what's happening? So there's this one, and then there's one more coming. I'm working on another one as well. I worked on it today. I'm gonna have a '72 C10 Chevy, and it's so far it's looking good. I'll get this one running tomorrow and get it painted. Get some pictures of it up on the board on the site. We're just kind of concentrating on the trucks right now. Right now for the race we only have the four. Yeah, Marty got his kit today too. Yep. We only have the four available for the race, but for the next one there'll be 8 altogether to choose from. So we're gonna make this an annual event. That's gonna be a big thing for us. So yeah, I don't know if this thing came on or not. No, it didn't. See, I could show you guys. I don't even know if it's up. Let me get this out of the way. I got everything in my way now. Yeah, I knew you'd be happy about the C10, Eric. Yeah, probably one of the more popular Chevys, I would imagine. Trying to bring up the other computer here, so I'll just swing you around and show it to you. Oh, it's not up. I thought it was still up on there because I was working on it earlier. Yep, you're absolutely right, slot car bro. That's right. Twin I beam. You are 100% right on that. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. Where is it? There it is. Just bring it up here. Yeah, you've got your. You know what, Marty? If I get the vote, I would like to see it on one of the road courses. You know, it's going to run on the oval at Harry's. It's going to run on the oval at George's, I think. So yeah, I would like to see it. It's going to run on a wood road course at Tad's. So you and I will be the plastic road courses. So if I get the vote, I would like to see that. All right, let me see if I can swing the camera around here so you guys can see the other's computer. I don't know how to do that sharing it yet, so I'm not even gonna try. All right, here we go. Why is that up there? Swing it. Is it still swinging? It's a swinging. I don't know. Oh, wrong way, dude. Wrong way. It's got to go this way. Howdy. All right, there it is. Let me get the microphone out of the way. I think I can get it out of the way. There you go. Now you can see it there. Let me zoom you in a little bit so you can see it. But there it is. That's the C10 right there. So I'm working on the chassis right now. I've got the body pretty much dialed in. So I'll have it done tomorrow. And I'll print it out and test it and we'll see how it goes. I gotta make the window bucks for it yet. So there you go. There's your C10. I still have to put the bed cover on and the spoilers and what. So there you guys go. There you go. So there it is. I didn't have a whole lot planned for tonight other than to show you guys those decals. So um, yeah, okay, Robert, right? Yeah, right. The C10, you know. I had a 68 C10 when I was younger. Polycar or death. There you go, Joe. Yeah, whichever one you decide, Marty. You know, like I said, uh, like if I get a vote. But if you want to run it on your oval, by all means, run it on your oval. But I would really like to see these cars on a big road course. So, yep, KR, that it does. The only thing with that, that will work on professionally made decals. I don't like putting those chemicals on the homemade ones because I think it's gonna eat them up. So that's the only reason I don't do it. Yeah, Brad, that's the thing, right? You know, you're gonna get doesn't matter what you make, somebody doesn't like it. They like the other one better. You know, it's very hard to decide or choose on some of this stuff. No update on the scanner, Jack. I've been too busy with other shit, so I have not touched the scanner. It's sitting right there. I have got way too many other things trying to support George and get these things done so he can print them and all that. Yeah, I haven't touched the scanner. I've got a stack of things up there that the boys want me to scan. Harry and George have both sent me a bunch of bodies and things. They want them scanned. I have things up here that I want to scan. So, yeah, it's going to be a while. We're trying to get through this truck thing first. And then we've got another car. Uh, that would be a really small stencil, Brad. I don't know if it would even work. I mean, that would be a tiny, tiny stencil. Be worth a try, I suppose, if somebody was able to do it. Maybe with what do you call it, a die cut sticker type thing. You know, might be able to. That's might not be a bad idea. Um, but yeah, the I haven't done anything with the scanner, Jack. It's just been way too busy. We've got the getting trying to get this truck done, and then I'm sure I can show you this. George won't be mad. George wants to do a literal IROC series. Let me see here. But let's go right down here. Yeah, it he talked to the designer and he had him design us the 82 IROC Camaro. So that's it, man. We're gonna do a complete IROC series. I've already got the chassis made for it. Already got the windows made for it. I got everything done for it. It's done. It's ready. So we're gonna bring this out soon enough. But like I said, George is pretty overwhelmed. I did. You know what, Daryl? A stencil? No. I mean, I could, but all the it's a letter, right? So like the letter A has a hole in it, so there'd be a floating piece there. So yeah, it would be. If it was big, it'd be all right. But something that's this small, putting all those little pieces together, I don't see how that would work myself. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I've been busy, busy, getting these things dialed in for George, and yeah, and then these trucks. Oh, that goes with that too. I can't mix these things up. Yeah, Brad, right. I had a 72 or a 68. I'm sorry. I had a 68 C10. I loved that truck. It had a 327 with a 3 speed on the column in it. But yeah, Marty, I think you you're gonna have a lot of people watching your stream. Yeah, you'll have a lot of people watching your stream. I guarantee it, man. Sure, Tad, but I don't know if I'd spend it. Yeah, I know you guys do Fox and Wolves. You're everywhere. You're in every chat. You're always there. You are you are dedicated, and I love it. It's awesome. I appreciate you being in my meager little live stream every week. 13 people. Yeah. Oh, no worries, Joe. Yeah. Look forward to hearing what you think of them. George sent out to a couple other people too. Forget who. I think John Tucci. Did you get one of the digital cars, John, to test? I think it was you. Yeah. I hope it works out for you guys. Like I say, that's why we sent them to you guys because I have no way to test them. Neither does well. George tested them. He said it worked on his. He just set up a little oval. Of course, Harry doesn't have any digital stuff either, so you'll have to tell me if it's good, bad, or ain't worth the shit. I look forward to hearing him either way. So we've had some development here. Marty knows. Tad knows. Yeah, Fox and Wolves. I agree. I don't give a shit about quantity. If I make two, or if the same thing here, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love it if I had like Marty and have 100 people in the chat, but just to spread the word and do all the things, but that's not going to happen. So, you know, I'm just an old fart that plays around with homemade stock cars. Most people aren't interested in that. They're more interested in the latest and greatest NSR, ABC, PDQ. That's what they want to hear about and how to tune them. Swapped out your late model chassis with what, Marty? Oh, with a digital. Did George send you one of the digital chassis too, or did I send you the file? Since you have a printer now. What other guides would you recommend besides Slot Invasion? Okay, you know what, Joe? For our car, Okay, Marty's saying the Riva slot guides work. I I don't know because I designed the cars around the slot invasion guide. Initially, I was doing it with the Slotting Plus guide, and then Oscar jumped in with our sponsorship and said, "Hey guys, I'll send you all the guides you want." So I started making them around those. So um, I don't know what else fits in that boss. I don't know if the post is the same on other guides, but Marty would know that. I sent you the file. Okay, I thought I did, Marty. No, you did tell me. I remember you showing it to me that it worked. So no, I'm an old man. Don't I forget shit. Yeah, it's just like I say, I have no way to test that kind of stuff. So I've been working on some other things. Um, you know what, Joe? Let's just do this live right here. I have some Slotting Plus guides right here, and I got plenty of chassis right here. Let's just give one a try and see how it works. So yeah, here's a Slotting Plus guide. All right. Well, the post fits, but see, I also make our cars. Most of them are made to fit the BRM guide, which is bigger. So, like right here, the post fits, but it won't go past the bosses in the front for the guide for the braids. So I bet you it'll work on one that has the smaller slotted guide boss on it. Well, let me go back here. Let me check this. I just saw a question. Rod, am I going to release the midgets? Yes, eventually, Rod. Eventually. I still need to perfect the chassis. So I've been thinking about just releasing the bodies for scratch builders because you can scratch build a wire chassis and it'll fit great. But I was trying to make it a complete package like the rest of my stuff. So, um, but yes, they are going to come out. Yep, Oscar's the greatest there, Marty. You nailed that, man. He has been a huge supporter of us from day one. Um, he sends me he sends me huge packages of slot invasion guides for all these cars. Um, you know what though? Even if he didn't send me this stuff, I would still use them. They're great guides. I love them. And I've heard people complain about the color, but I like the red. I don't know. I mean, it's a slot car. You're not really gonna hide the guide anyway. So I just like it. It's different. So that's just me though. Yeah, okay. On the Corvette, Michael, the slotting plus will work. You're right because that one has a boss for the slotted guide. So yeah, that would work. And by the way, howdy, Michael. Thanks for being here. Um, I don't have. Let's see. Do I have anything with the smaller one? Yes, I do. I'll be down. Here's one. I can tell just by looking at it that this is the slotted boss. There it is. Oh well, it just broke the damn thing. How do you like that? Because I didn't open the hole up. But yes, if as long as the car has the slotted boss on it, it'll fit. But it will not fit like the trucks. The trucks are all for the BRM guide, and so are the late model cars. So yeah, it's not going to fit. You could you could just on the boss on the forward edge here, you could take that down a little bit if you had to. I mean, it sucks that you'd have to do that, but if you wanted to use something other than the slot invasion BRM guide, that's what you would have to do. You just have to hog that down a little bit. So there you go. Put those back in there. Put this back with this. Yeah, I got stuff everywhere, man. And I just broke that one, so let's just throw it away. Revo it is then. All right, so let me show you guys. So I've been tinkering around with printing things a little differently. This is my own thing. I've been calling this the tuxedo. You're welcome, Joe, man. I'm glad I could help. So this chassis is lightened, as you can see, all the holes. I'm going to start experimenting with lightening some stuff. Maybe make that an option. Harry's doing some testing right now with this very chassis, so we're going to see. It's still strong as hell, but this particular chassis, pretty cool. Here's another one. They were printed on that bad boy right there. Got a new printer. So there it is. I now have the Bamboo Labs P2S with the AMS system for multicolors. So I have really been experimenting and yeah. So this is the rabbit hole I've been down for the last couple of days. So now I want to do some cool stuff. George has this very printer. This is what George prints on. At least I'd say probably at least 90% of his stuff. This is what he's printing on. So uh, it is a wonder. This machine is, oh my god, it is a wonder. It does some incredible things. So gonna get with George. I want to start doing some stuff fancy. You know, uh, like I said, like this stuff. I think this is neat. It's not just boring black or boring red or whatever. Marty, I've been trying to enable Marty for the last couple of days. I keep sending him stuff. So yeah, so this is where I'm heading, and I'm going to talk to George. The problem with this is it takes a normally it would take about less than 40 minutes to print one of these. Printing it this way takes almost 3 hours. So yeah. Hey, get right. What's happening? Do you have the same printer, Robert? You have the P2S? Man. Now that I have it, I don't know how the hell I did without it. To be quite honest with you, the the print quality. Let's see here. Let me find one. Let me look before I talk outside. Yeah, there is a visible difference in the print quality versus my Elegoo printer. It is visible difference. This is head and shoulders better. And it's weird. It's little things. It's like these radiuses are smoother and look nicer. It's just how flexible is it? It's pretty flexible. Fox and Wolves. It's pretty flexible, and we can actually change the flexibility. You have the A1. Okay, gotcha. We could change the flexibility by changing the infill, how much it fills in between, the insides. Yeah, Tad. I'm going to send you down the rabbit hole too, Tad. I still have your damn resin printer sitting here that I'm going to send you one of these days. I just haven't felt like spending $60 to put it in the mail, to be quite honest with you. But it's here one of these days so that you can start printing your own bodies and your own driver figures and shit like that. So I just got to get it to you. But yeah, Fox and Wolves, it's quite flexible, but not over. Um, we were when we first started this, I was making these chassis a lot thinner, and they were they were too flexible, and they would break easily. So I changed the way I make them. Now I add these. This is a reinforcement rib all the way around. Really stiffened it up, and I also increased the thickness. It went uh, from 2 millimeters to 3, and it made a huge difference. It really does work. Um, these the the way the pods float in them and stuff. You know, I had to change the bosses for the screws, but they work great. Um, like okay, Marty, I know since you have the Elegoo. I don't know if it's going to show up or not. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is this little. It prints a little flange around the edge of the whole thing. It's like that first layer leaves this little edge on the very bottom layer, and it's a pain in the ass because I have to go back with my reamer and I have to cut all that off. Not with that P2S. It prints as smooth as a baby's butt. There is not a single flange. It is dynamite. Am I enticing you more, Marty? I know I probably am. The quality is so much better. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, but all I know is I'm glad I got that thing. Yeah, NSR chassis are really flexible. Fox and Wolves, really, really, really flexible. Um, this is not quite that level. Actually, the thunder slots are the really flexible ones. They're almost like a freaking lasagna noodle. You wiggle all over the place. This isn't like that. This very much more sturdy. Yeah, it's the same, Robert. Yeah, it just prints this beautifully. Look how I mean, okay, I know it's printed with two colors, but like look at the pockets for the pod screws. Look how crisp that is. There is not a bit of fuzz. Too flexible, right? Yeah, flexibles. Yeah, for certain things, right. But the racer guys love that ultra flexibility. I mean, to me, I think that's what makes them fast. I don't know. I don't know really about it, but yeah, that is incredible. Yeah, I agree totally. What sound do what make, Joel? That was I making sound effects? Yes, I agree. Fox and Wolves, sturdy is better. Um, Especially for me. I'm racing on this little track. Not even racing. I'm running them solo, so I don't need all that super ultra flexibility suspension stuff. It's lost on me. So that's why I try to make these as simple as I can. Medium flex for the wood track, right? Okay, I know that like NSR has different flexibility ratings on their chassis and pods and everything else. I don't know if it would be lost on what we do here. I think as long as you've got the ability to set up the pod, I mean, we have. Hey, Chris, how's it going, man? Um, you can see there is plenty of float in the pod. I wanted this thing to float, so I have engineered it that way, and so far no complaints. If you don't want float, crank the screws down. It's that simple. Yep, and that is true too, Fox and Wolves. I have yet to hear. When we first started making these, we were breaking. Okay, there you go. This is why I switched to the BRM guide that's bigger, because when we first started making these chassis, we were snapping that off. The guide boss. I mean, I put I put reinforcements in them, like right there. There you can see they're reinforced, but we were still breaking them. So I used the BRM guide, which the boss is bigger, and we instantly had no more breakages. None. I have not heard anybody complain that the chassis is broken. At least if they have, they haven't told me. You know what, Joel? I have carbon fiber resin or uh, carbon fiber filament. I Printed a few things with it. I didn't like it. It's very brittle. You think carbon fiber and it's going to be stronger. It's not. It is so brittle. It didn't take much. I could go like this and snap. It just broke. So I gave up on that right away. It was like, well, that's a waste of time and money. But hopefully, maybe somebody will come out with something better, or maybe somebody will figure out how to do it right, with the proper temperatures or whatever. But and not only that, but it was hard to print. It spiderweb all over the place. It was very temperature sensitive. I don't know. I might try it again with the new printer. Try it, but in the Elegoo printer, it wasn't fun, so I just quit using it. In fact, I have like a whole roll of it there. My stuff's all made out of PLA plus, and I like PLA plus. It works fine because for the most part, I'm not sending things out. The only reason we quit, the only reason George stopped using the PLA plus is because he had a couple of chassis warp. I'd be curious to know how those chassis make it all the way to Canada, Joe, without warping. Yeah, I agree, Joe. The print does look great, but yeah, yep. I use PLA plus two, Robert. I'm just in the Elegoo machine. I was using Elegoo. I'm actually using Elegoo in this right now because I got a whole bunch of rolls of bamboo filament coming. I haven't got here yet, but so I've got anxious and wanted to go ahead and get started on things. Yeah, right, stock car, bro. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking like a Timex. But yeah, so lots of innovation, lots of things we're trying to do. Like all of our chassis have these wire looms on it now, so that the wiring isn't flippity flopping around inside the car. Um, Actually, you know what, Brad? You're right, and that is what I thought as well. They make a plate that you can put in there that puts the carbon fiber pattern on it, but that's not. It's just a pattern for looks. It doesn't do anything. And right, if I mean, obviously it's carbon fiber because it has carbon fiber strands in it, but it's not one continuous strand that would make it strong. It's like fiberglass chopped up inside of there. So to me, it doesn't really make much sense. Oh, cool, Joe. Yeah, check, please. I would like to know because that thing was in. It took forever to get to you, and we were just curious. That's why George uses ABS for the chassis because it withstands heat better. So he started making the chassis out of ABS so they could withstand the UPS truck for a week in the summertime. That's I don't know, Daryl. That's something to think about. So yeah, so sandwich it. So PLA on the bottom, carbon in the middle, PLA on the top. You know what? You might be onto something there. But I don't know if the two will adhere to each other. That's a problem. So I don't know. It might be worth an experiment, but I do not think that they will adhere to each other. So we'd have to try it. Or even could also do it like print it in PLA, except for the uh, reinforcement rib. Make that out of carbon fiber just to try it, just to see. Yeah, right, Foxables. Doesn't it look like a tuxedo? So I have to call that the shotgun tuxedo chassis. It's like James Bond. It's my James Bond chassis. He's got his tuxedo on, and I'm liking the holes. I'm liking the lightning. I don't know how if it makes it really truly any lighter or not. I'm gonna have to weigh it. I'm gonna have to print another one the right way because these are all. No, wait, that is one, isn't it? Oh yeah, it sure is. Let me grab a scale and I'll weigh these two and see what if there's any difference. Hang on, let's grab the scale real quick. Grabbing the scale. All right, let's see here. One. All right. The standard chassis weighs how does that even happen? 99.98. It weighs 9.98. So it weighs, just call it 10 grams. And now with the holes punched in it. Oh, excellent, Joe. Well, that is good to know. That is excellent news. And so here we go. 9.27. So zero point 0.7 grams basically lighter with the holes in it. Zero point 0.7. Yeah. 9.3 and 10. So, yeah, so zero point 0.7. Right. Yeah, you know what? I could do that, Daryl. You could make those holes any shape you want. I actually want to try to design it a little bit differently. I'd like to see the holes be a little bit bigger to make there more of a mesh in between. So I'm going to experiment a little more. Like I said, I'm going to put this. This is for my '59 Chevy truck, so I'm going to put this one in there in place of the one that's in there and see if it works any better. And Harry's doing similar. He's building one with it as well. Yeah, let go with the tux. I know. I don't think I have. I have never worn a tux other than when I was in high school and took. Oh no, that's not true. When I got married the first time, I wore a tux. So yeah, so it's been 40 years since I wore a tux. But I don't know. I just like it. And you can make them different colors. I thought it'd be neat if there was like a club car. Club colors. You could do it. Um, if you decide what color you're going to paint your car, if you know beforehand, you could do. I like doing that. Like, okay, like my Ford is blue and white, so I made the chassis blue and white. You can't see the chassis anyway. I know a lot of people get weird about that. They don't want to see color. Everybody just likes a black chassis, but I don't know. I'm weird. I like it. I like it custom. I like it different. So I like the color coordinated. I need to get some orange filament so I could do some orange stuff. That would be cool. Yeah, like on the shell truck, it's yellow and red, so I went with a red one to go with the theme. A skeleton pattern, yeah. Green and black, yeah, that would look good. Like I say, we could do probably much anything anyway. So I'll have to tinker with that. So that's good to know. It weighs a little bit less. Like I said, zero point 0.7. So I mean, I guess for guys who are seriously racing, zero point 0.7 is you know, it's a deal. Actually, though, that's not. They're not the same chassis. That's the chassis for the Ford. That's the chassis for the Chevy. Hey, Robert, you too. Gotta go, man. I totally get it. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. Been on for an hour, so I could probably go in and finish my dinner now and hang out with the wife for a bit. Yeah, you could do that too, Shady. Only problem with doing that is you know, it's. I think that's a misconception with some people with printed stuff that it's solid. It's not. This thing is hollow. It has what's called infill, which is a pattern in between the top and the bottom, like a waffle. So you increase or decrease the pattern inside to make it denser or less dense. Oh, good, Rod. Awesome. Man, I can't wait to see you build them, Rod. That will look good. I can't wait to see the one Tony Tibbs is working on. I can only imagine it's going to be a work of art. You like purple slightly mad? My wife's purple, so that's her favorite color. In fact, when I got my car, she wanted me to get the plum crazy. And I'm like, no, can't have plum crazy. It's my car. I don't want to drive a purple car. Well, I can't wait to see you do those trucks, Rod. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and fold up my tent for tonight, and hopefully the decal was a help. And if anybody needs anything, just let me know. If any questions when you guys are all you guys who are working on your trucks, if you got any questions, just let me know, and we'll fix things up. We'll help you out. We'll get it going as best we can. Right? Yes, I know. Mopar Green. I have Mopar Green chassis, Michael. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. Yeah, Plum Crazy. Plum Crazy's a good one. That's right, Rod. We are. Rod with his green Mustang and me with my green Challenger. All right, fellas and ladies. I will we'll see you guys later. We'll see you in the next chat on whoever's up next. Maybe we'll see you all tomorrow at Ernest's when he's going to be racing with Colt. So that'll be fun. And until then, you guys have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And we'll see you guys all later.